Welcome back to the second race here at Rockingham. Now, the first race saw some terrific tussles, not only for the Hilton Independence Trophy with Rob Collard and Gavin Piper, but also a terrific battle for third place overall. And in the midst of it all was James Thompson. James, did you enjoy that first race?
Yeah, it was a thoroughly good tussle, to be honest. It was back to the good old days, to be honest with you. It was nice. I mean, there's a few sort of unjust little bits of contact that I seem to be on the receiving end of, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I said beforehand that I thought this place would be good for racing, and just disappointed I couldn't keep the Honda behind us.
Now, you've got one race under your belt now here at Rockingham. Has the team learned anything sort of racecraft-wise?
Well, the biggest single change really now is the way the ballast shifts around. So we haven't really gone out on a limb too much to change the car massively. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen with the weather, which is first and foremost. And we've taken 30 kilos of ballast out of our car, so that's going to make a big performance difference. Whether it's big enough to win, we don't know yet.
Lovely, thank you very much, best of luck. Now over to Ben with the rest of the grid.
Thanks, Vicky. Well, the Hondas once again start together on the front row of the grid, but on opposite sides to the first race, and now, of course, carrying plenty of ballast. Muller's car is lighter than before, while Tom Chilton has a real chance of a podium finish. James Thompson starts from 5th place, with Reed next in the MGZS. Then it's ex-hot rod racer Rob Collard and former 3000 race winner Warren Hughes. Gavin Piper has had an engine change, and Paul O'Neill wants to protect his 3rd place in the points. Then it's the Protons of David Leslie and Phil Bennett right behind. James Kay's team has worked hard, but his car's been pouring out more oil, and in fact he's missing from the grid. Colin Turkington has a new engine, and the two Peugeots are back together again on row number 8. Tom Boardman now carries maximum ballast in the production class, starting from pole. Alan Blenco's Honda will be heavier as well. Jim Edwards is having his final outing in the Team Varta Honda Accord. Then we see Michael Bentwood, who suffered damaged steering earlier. And on the final row, Paul Wallace and the victim of the oil on track in race 1, Luke Hines. 2 new drivers are due to appear in the production class next time at Croft, as Team Varta will field cars for Richard Marsh and Jay Wheels. Right, back to the action this weekend at Rockingham, however. 25 laps coming up once again, same race distance as earlier on. And the obligatory pit stop to be made between laps 10 and 18. Let's see what happens. Away they go on the green light, and it's the poleman Matt Neal getting away better than Morrison again. Alan Morrison's going to be really cross with himself here, because both front row starts have not gone too well, although I have to say, as they pick up pace through the oval, Morrison is still with Matt Neal. It could be a battle on the brakes. Behind them is Ivan Muller, then Anthony Reid once again. Warren Hughes is in the mix too. The two Hondas turn in safely, with Matt Neal just ahead of Morrison and Ivan Muller. Now, I can't believe they're all going to get through here without hitting each other, surely. Well, I think they have done, Chris.
Well, the cars do funnel very tightly into that first turn. But having had a bit of practice in race 1, they've got through unscathed so far.
Warren Hughes on the attack of teammate Anthony Reid, but this is allowing the two Hondas to get away. But remember, they are running these cars much more ballast on board. That could make life difficult as Warren Hughes continues the attack on his teammate Anthony Reid.
Well, cones go flying and cars go wide. Here we're on board with Tom Chilton at the start. Just gets a bit bogged down, and you can see the two other Hondas pulling away into the distance, and he's getting swamped now by the other cars around him.
Yeah, that's disappointing. He started on the second row of the grid, 4th place, and he's lost a great many places as a result of that start. Meanwhile, look at Morrison, he's on the attack. Morrison wants to win this second race. He's going around the outside into the chicane, and he's got in front. Oh, he's right across the grass trying to get in front, but he has got in front. Oh, and look at the marker post just disappearing straight away on the first lap. Virtually smoke from Matt Neal. He's in trouble as they turn into the left-hander, so Matt Neal's, well, it looks like it might be more than just a lock-up. There's a lot of smoke. Where the others gone? Oh, Morrison's lost out. Morrison went wide, and now Reid's in front. Anthony Reid's in front. Ivan Muller's in second. A smoky Matt Neal. Well, I think he's going. Yeah, he's pulling off onto the grass there, and so that means that Alan Morrison has gone up into 3rd place. But Matt Neal's luck strikes again. He's out of this one.
Well, that's desperate luck for Matt Neal, but great fortune there for Anthony Reid. He really just picked his way through there, and well, look at that. He's benefited massively.
Honda have got used to seeing problems, haven't they? It all went so well in the first race, a 1-2 finish, but Matt Neal's out yet again, looking like an engine failure. Tom Boardman battling with Michael Bentwood. This is for the lead in the production class. They've got Luke Hines right behind them. Oh, and Turkington's in trouble again. He had an engine go in the first race. They changed the engine between races, and it looks as though something similar has happened again. Gavin Piper's on the grass there as he tries to defend from Tom Chilton. Chilton dives down the inside. and he takes the place.
Well, Tom Chilton again, a comeback drive. He's got to make up for a bad start this time, not a bad first corner. The Honda very quick, you can see how quick the car is. Look at the front runners, and Tom should be able to pick off quite a few more places over the next few laps.
So Gavin Piper hoping for a decent result in the independence class once again. He's leading the championship, remember, coming into this Rockingham meeting. Meanwhile, here is the battle that's going on in the production class. Tom Boardman just ahead of Luke Hines, with Michael Bentwood then in third place in class. Bentwood the championship leader in class, and Boardman a bit slow there, and he's been passed by Luke Hines. So Luke Hines, who started at the back of the production class grid, has now got in front. That's a pretty impressive run from the youngster. Boardman in second place now, but under pressure from Michael Bentwood in the BMW. And the pit lane open, Anthony Reid is first to come in from the lead of the race.
Well, a very early stop there from Anthony Reid, just trickling down the pit lane. Let's see how they can turn this car around this time.
MG go to work. We saw some fantastic pit stops from all three major manufacturers earlier on, and it looks pretty good again. Just a little bit slow getting away, but the actual tyre change was very rapid. James Thompson is also into the pits.
Again, high revs, he doesn't want to stall that car as he drops onto the deck. Lots of wheel spin there from James Thompson, a stop in 4.9 seconds.
So a good one once again for the Vauxhall crew. Tom Boardman in this battle for second place in the production class, just managing to keep ahead of the BMW. The BMW hitting the rev limiter on the fast sections here at Rockingham. The gearing not quite right, so poor Michael Bentwood has to sit there on the rev limiter, and he's not able to really attack Boardman. Now into the pits comes Ivan Muller. He had taken over the lead after Anthony Reid came into the pits. So now Muller comes in, and it will be fascinating to see, will they get him back out ahead of the MG? This is where the battle is now, but the MG stop for Anthony Reid did look pretty good.
Well, it was a good stop there. This is looking like not a bad one either from the Vauxhall team. Lots of wheel spin there. That's going to cost him some time.
So Warren Hughes in at the same time, but where is Anthony Reid? He's just coming through there. Anthony Reid stays in front, I think, as Ivan Muller heads out onto the circuit. The MG was just in front, so there we are. Effectively, Anthony Reid has maintained the lead once everybody's made their stops. Reid in front of Muller with quite a handy little advantage there. And MG looking much stronger here at Rockingham than we've seen them all season so far. And look at Warren Hughes and James Thompson, the two of them having quite a tussle.
Well, the two MGs should be benefiting from slightly less ballast after the first race, but so too is James Thompson. He's not running too heavily either.
No, he's not having his best weekend, I have to say. Thompson into the pits comes Alan Morrison. Now, he was involved effectively in that battle, the third place, with James Thompson and Warren Hughes. Let's see where he comes out. It's going to be pretty close because the two of them are coming over the line now. Hughes got down the inside into the chicane once again, and meanwhile Morrison's heading down pit lane, has just rejoined. There is Morrison. Cold tyres, not fully up to speed, but he joins into the battle as well as they come down towards the Dean hairpin. Oh, Hughes on nice hot tyres, of course, able to brake late. Morrison dropping to the back of the grid.
It's very difficult when you come out of the pits on cold front tyres. They warm up a bit as you wheel spin away from the pits, but as you hit that first turn, you do really have to brake a bit earlier, turn in a bit slower, and there you can see the result.
Yeah, Thompson getting a bit crossed up as well as we look back to the battle for second place in the production class. Tom Boardman versus Michael Bentwood, front-wheel drive Peugeot 307 versus rear-wheel drive BMW.
Very, very different cars, very different characteristics, and I'm sure one car is quick on one part of the circuit and the other on a completely different part.
Collard leads the independent category quite easily. He's got a comfortable advantage in that, and that's a Honda going slowly. It's Morrison, Alan Morrison, with smoke pouring out from underneath the car. Another retirement. That means both lead Hondas are out. Tom Chilton's still in the race, but both Matt Neal and Alan Morrison have gone out, and that bad luck seems to be striking again. Here goes the battle for second in production class. This time Michael Bentwood's got up the inside into that final hairpin, but can he stay in front on the fast section? Because Boardman's Peugeot is very fast in a straight line.
Well, the BMW very good and stable on the brakes, but the Peugeot looks to be accelerating very quickly out of the corners.
So in behind Bentwood he comes as they come through what is turn 4 on the oval, and he's hit him. He's made contact with Bentwood. Bentwood spins, hits him as well, and into the wall as Boardman tries to recover, gets it pointed straight, but Bentwood has gone pretty heavily into that concrete wall. He's the first of the touring cars, or of the production cars, to hit the wall here at Rockingham this weekend, and that was a pretty hefty hit.
but he certainly didn't do it all on his own there. Boardman just tucks into the rear there, just turns him round, and there's nothing much that Bentwood can do about it. He's heading for the wall. Well, the Peugeot gets away with it, but that's a heavy impact for the BMW, wrecked front and rear.
No give from that concrete wall, and that's a feature of oval racing that these guys are perhaps not familiar with. Let's watch it from on board the BMW.
Well, at that stage, you're flat out on the throttle zone. Michael Bentwood just accelerating away, but turns straight into the wall. Heavy impact.
Yeah, and he's looking a little sore.
This is not a nice place to have a crash, is it? That concrete wall is solid.
It appears to be, yeah, because the BMW is a very solid car, obviously. But no, it's taken quite a while up because they're going at a fair speed over there, and obviously if you're accelerated by being hit up the rear, you're going even faster. So, you know, any circuit's dangerous when you're motor racing, but, you know, let's hope Michael's okay.
Safety car lights are out on the roof there, so that means we're ready for the restart. Now, Anthony Reid had a good advantage before the safety car came out for the accident with Michael Bentwood. He now has to get on with the restart. He's got the power on, and I think he sold them a bit of a dummy. That's a great restart from Anthony Reid. He's got on the power, and he's caught out even the championship leader, Ivan Muller, in second place. Then it's Warren Hughes, and then James Thompson still looking for a chance to catch Muller and pass him and gain some useful points. But what a good restart from Reid there.
Well, the race leader controls the pace of the restart, and he certainly did do that. He's got himself a nice amount of breathing space.
Down into the hairpin. Oh, and Reid's locked up. Reid's locked up, and Hughes has gone down the inside. Reid's going all the way around the outside. He's nearly lost it, and that's allowed everyone else through. Warren Hughes side by side. It's Thompson in front now. James Thompson, he was fourth a moment ago. Now he's in front, but he's pushed by his own teammate, Ivan Muller. Ian Harrison won't like to see them making contact, but I think it's just no holds barred now. We've only got a few laps to the checker flag. Let's see what happens to Reid.
Well, maybe these rear tyres cooled down a little bit while they were following the safety car. He locked his rear up and slid wide, but well, a bit of a mistake there from an experienced race leader like Anthony Reid.
Yeah, look at him now trying to fight his way back. He's getting past Thompson. Well, he's trying to get past Thompson, I should say. He's side by side. Muller's got back in front. Thompson back down to second, but it might not be for much longer because Reid's had a great run on him.
Well, he won't like the situation of losing the race lead the way he did. He'd be desperate to get that place back, and it looks like he's in a good position to do it.
But watch Warren Hughes, he's going for it as well, into the chicane, three abreast down into the chicane. Oh, Hughes manages to somehow get in front of Thompson, and the MG boys can't quite believe that. It looked for a moment as though we were headed for disaster, but and in fact Thompson has got back in front of Hughes again, but Hughes locks up, Reid locks up. Makes you wonder whether they've got a problem on the brakes there or something, as Hughes just nudges Thompson out the way to make it through the corner.
Well, he takes the position quite forcefully there, but ahead of him Anthony Reid just stretching his legs again now. He's got the race leader in his sights. He knows he's got the pace to catch him, but will he? Has he got enough time?
Well, we're into the closing stages of this race. It might be tough for him. This is the battle for second in the production class. Alan Blenko behind his own teammate Luke Hines, who's got a comfortable lead, but Tom Boardman's right behind him. And look at the weather change. We've got rain on the windscreen of Warren Hughes' car.
Well, there's a lot of oil on those screens already, so visibility's quite tricky, but really the track surface is getting a bit slippery now. Very difficult conditions to read for these guys.
Warren Hughes running in third place, and you can just see Anthony Reid up ahead of him, but I don't think Reid's going to have enough time, enough traction, enough grip to catch this man, Ivan Muller. He has survived what has been a bruising encounter. He's on the last section of the final lap in race 2 here at Rockingham. What an incredible 2 races we've had. Bits of bodywork still dangling from Ivan Muller's car, but the championship leader has survived all of that. He's just got to bring it through the banking for the final time and take the checkered flag to win the second race here. And what an important result that is. Anthony Reid finishes in second place, Warren Hughes in third. But the MGs know they could have won that race. They nearly did. James Thompson through in fourth, and Rob Collard a good 5th place. And a sense of relief down on the Vauxhall pit wall as Luke Hines comes through in really tricky conditions now. You can see the rain coming down. Luke Hines wins the production class. But it's Ivan Muller. Muller magic once again here at Rockingham. He is the man to beat.
Outsiders have been buzzing in. Those punters are given.
Buxton, preserving Britain's purity. Where should we go this summer, Neil?
Well, I was thinking Bicester, Biggleswade.
It's our summer sale, and this slimline shower is now half price.
Where next year? Carlisle?
The new Micro is now available with 1 year's free insurance. Now you can speak Micro.
Sponsored by Green Flag Motoring Assistance.
Warren Hughes and Anthony Reid have provided MG with their best weekend so far of the 2003 Championship, but it's Ivan Muller who's the happiest of all as he celebrates a hard-fought and very satisfying win. His 5th victory in 10 races keeps him on target for the title, but it was so nearly a win for MG. Thompson lost out in the points chase, but Rob Collard earned the best overall finish of any independent runner so far this year. Paul O'Neill managed to beat Tom Chilton after their own titanic struggle. Phil Bennett scored his best result of the year, and Luke Hines won the production class for the 3rd time this season.
Condition was hard, warm at the beginning, then a bit colder, then rain, big fight with the MG, big fight with Jimmy as well. Fantastic result.
What a bloody plonker. That's me I'm talking about. That was a free win. It was a gift. MG proved they got the quickest car today in the 2nd race. And after the restart, you know, my brakes were a little bit cold. When I went to push the brakes went to the floor. Only the rear brakes worked and screwed up. Simple as that.
I'm seriously hacked off, really, that I didn't get the... I thought I had the lead, but it's just some, you know, I'm probably guilty of it as well, but, you know, you just got to go for it, and it was just a free-for-all at the end, and I'm pleased I didn't lose out to Thompson, but I'm hacked off that I didn't do Muller, but we'll get him.
Once I got second, it was a matter of trying to catch him out, and I thought it was going to be the same as the first race. I catch him out and he pulls away. But I think the weight difference, taking the weight off for the 2nd race, made so much difference, and here we are.
So Hines got past me, and then I thought, right, I'll go for 2nd, I'll settle for 2nd. And Michael, he was pushing me so hard, and basically I went for the inside, and he came across to the inside as well, and we just came together. And I didn't think that it would go off into the wall. I think it's a racing accident. I just feel sorry for him.
Ivan Muller has extended his lead from 19 points to 31. That's equivalent to 2 race wins, but there's still 10 races to go. Paul O'Neill lost 3rd after race 1 at Rockingham, but reclaimed it following Morrison's retirement in race 2. Only 8 points separate Matt Neal and the MG drivers Reid and Hughes. For the first time this year, Michael Benchwood does not lead the production class, but thankfully he was unhurt from that dramatic crash, which has resulted in Tom Boardman being penalised. Luke Hines now leads the points. Not quite the perfect score from VX Racing this weekend, but the title-winning outfit for the past 2 years still outscored their opposition. Honda Racing and MG Sport and Racing had varying fortunes, but both scored 32 points at Rockingham. Vauxhall's points total in the Manufacturers' Championship is exactly double of that of Honda's, who nonetheless had their most successful weekend of the series so far. And remember, Morrison and Neal will have all ballast removed for the next round. Rob Collard's 2 wins have allowed him to reduce Piper's advantage in the Hilton Independent Trophy battle, and in fact Rob was the only independent to finish both races. Our driver of the day this week goes to a man who won the independent class in both races, but not only that, really he gets it for mixing it with the works cars. Rob, what a great effort it was today. You must be over the moon.
I'm absolutely delighted, actually. It's one of the best days of my racing career. So, you know, to be up here battling against sort of Van Miller and James Thompson and this piece is a great result for me.
It must be amazing. You know, you're back to your day job tomorrow, but you're going to go into Monday morning blues and not going to be quite the same after this, are they?
No, not really. I'm going to have to take a reality pill in the morning and get back to work. But that's what being an independent is all about. Unfortunately, we have to earn money to pay for the sport. So just hope we can get some more sponsors on board to make it a little bit easier.
And how was it racing against the likes of Thompson and Muller? Everybody give you room, or is it a different level up there?
I don't think they're like independents overtaking them. I went around the outside of James in a good move, and he sort of was not very happy about it. So I was also very cautious. I didn't want to get into too many battles with the works cars. I think I had more race pace than some of them, but didn't really want to overtake. So sort of very pleased.
Well, many congratulations. Here you are, your fully deserved bottle of champagne, driver of the day from Rockingham. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Okay.